Hello, everybody. It's me, Grail, and I've returned again with good tidings as usual. And we're back with the tier list. Now, as you can see, uh, this is a different tier list than last time. Somebody gifted me with a tier list with more characters in it. So I'll be able to more easily explain what I can do as a normal average guy, you know. Um, I made some slight changes to the tier list. Most notably, I forget what the tier was called before, but now it's more vividly titled "Would be a fight, but I could possibly win." Okay, so that's very simple. Most of this is the same. We left off actually, I think, at Vesperia, but now there are more characters, and I changed my mind on a few things. So let me start off with what I decided to change up. First things first, Yggdrasil. Mythos and Yggdrasil are not separated here. So, um, what I said before was that I could defeat Yggdrasil because all I have to do is wait for him to do something like Yggdrasil laser and dodge his side. But I failed to consider the fact that his ass has other moves and spells. Of course, when he's casting like magic, I can, just move out of the way of that, attack him while he's doing that. But he has other attacks basically. So I'm gonna move him down from an easy win to I it would be a fight, but I could possibly win. All it takes is good RNG. It's that simple. That simple. There's somebody else I wanted to change too. But then when I'm actually looking at the screen, it's like completely left my mind, which is kind of funny. Uh, well, we'll get to it as we get to it. Where are we at? The middle of Rebirth? Right. Eugene. I had him in Hell Nah before. And really, I'm not afraid of Eugene. I just know that he has like reach and he has like animalistic instincts, you know what I'm saying? And, depending on where it is in the story where I have to encounter him. Spoilers for every Talos game, by the way. But depending on where it is, I have to encounter him. He would just kill me. He'd be like, "You Huma, I hate Huma," and I die. So I'm put him in. I die because, or you know what? Yeah, it just stay in Hell Nah because there's no way. Hilda, same thing as before. She wouldn't let anybody come near her, and she could electrocute people. I die. Very simple. Oh, that's what it is. This tier list has more characters than it has antagonists. I neglected to like cover some of the antagonists before. So Hugo, you, I die. Let's put him with the other Destiny characters. I die. Mictran slash Kronos. I'd also die. I already got doused. So really, where is Chazelle? I definitely die against her. Oh, I already got her up here. Really, she was in hell now. Why is she up here? See, that's the problem. I have a new tier list to contend with. I don't know the colors. I don't recognize it. The pictures are different. Anyway, we have Destiny 2 as well. I'm not going to rank the Destiny 2 cast outside of Kyle because I don't know Ball, but I do know this about Kyle. He has the same skill issue as his father, and he would just fall asleep, and I just kill him in his sleep. So he'd be easy win, dirty tactics. In fact, he's like a thin, like hold on a second. Let's look this up. Let's look this up. Let's look this up. Okay, this dude thin as shit. All right, all it takes is one. kick to the stomach and he's done for. So he's definitely an easy win, an even easier win than his father, to be honest. Right? Let's do some rebirth antagonists. Millhouse, Milk Toast, you have armor, so I die. Salad, you're fast as shit, and you have like range magic, I die. Actually, he should be hell no, to be honest about it. Sinnoh, ooh, this one, yeah, he's dangerous. He can throw me, and he's a fist fighter, and he has demon. He has project. He has everything, and he wouldn't let me get close. Like this guy is like a. Actually, no. Sinnoh dies the same way Stan dies. Okay, because in the after story, like in the character quests of Tales of Legendia, uh, they have to wake this motherfucker up. So therefore, that means that all I have to do is go in there early in the morning when this guy is dead sleep on his bed, and stab him in the chest, and I win. So he's up here with Stan. It's a little harder, but see, obviously he doesn't lock his doors because everybody in the damn city can just be like, Sinnoh, wake up! City, wake up! So, you know, easy W. Who's next? Uh, Surely. Depending on where in the story, this is either a hell no or would be a fight or I die or an easy win. She's like random RNG bullcrap depending on when I have to face her. So I'd say I could win, but I die. Let's just do that. Will, for like being a strongly built dude, he's also like a magic caster, so I feel like I could like run up to him while he's casting and just like kick the hell out of him. So I want to say it would be a fight. Chloe, she stabs people, I die. Norma, same reason. The rest of these people, you're a mage and you stand still. I kick your ass. Moses, Black King. Uh, I don't know. He's too strong. I think I'd die if I fought him. Jay, literal child, but he's a ninja. So, mm, and dirty tactics wouldn't work against him. So I'd say I could win, but I die as well. Groom, ooh, easy dirty tactics. Easy dirty tactics. Depending on the story. The story actually. Ooh, that's a tough one, but you know, Groom. I could take Groom. Listen next. This guy. Well, he's just sinful but evil, so I'd also die. The antagonist, what's her name? Schwartz. You're evil, so yeah, I die. And we're back to the Abyss cast. And before I think I ranked Luke as I die because he can like destroy matter or whatever the hell. But I thought about it, and there's a point in the story where realistically all I have to do is hit him with the vine boom, you should kill yourself now type stuff, and he'd be done for, right? So I'd say I'd say I could win, but I'd die for Luke. Tyr, there's none of that. I'd just die. Jade, I'd die. Annis, uh, I could defeat Tokunaga because that's just like a plushie. He's just big. I just not take damage from that for real. Guy, same thing as last night. I'm not a woman, so I can't like make him become weak. I can't trigger his gynophobia, so he's just like he has no weaknesses. Natalia, she's like the other archers, but she can move in 3 dimensions with like shoot 5 arrows at once in 4 different directions. So I'd say I die here because she's more mobile than the other archers. Ion, easy win. I don't even need to use dirty tactics. Brother is a twig. Matter of fact, matter of fact, Ion looks like this. So they would just I could literally just give them the 1-2 and they're done for, right? Ash, kind of the same thing as Luke. Actually, not really even the same thing. He's all about hands. He'd be like, hell no. So I die against Ash. That's unfortunate. Van, also a hell no. Mew, I'm killing Mew. Mew stands no chance. And we're back at the Innocence cast. Uh, Ruka, he's like a thin 14-year-old. I could take Luca because he's also like pathetic, so he can go there. What's her name is Guns, so no. Spot is a delinquent, no. Hanji, I forget where I put her, but I swear I wasn't thinking because if you see the way this character is moving during gameplay, I'm not fighting that. I could probably win with like dirty tactics, but like, mm. So I'd have to do it would be a fight because I doubt I could deal with Miss I'm in the air, 50 feet in the air type stuff. Ricardo, that's a trained assassin. I wouldn't be able to get close to that guy. Herman is a child, so dirty tactics. But she can actually fight people. It's scary. I'm still not going to rank the R characters because I'm petty. Hasta, hell no. He can stay over there. I don't know ball about Tempest, so we're going to skip them. And we're caught up to where we were yesterday. So, Yuri. I'm not. He'd kill me. He like since the bloodlust. I'm like, what are you doing? And hit me with a Vesperia bullcrap. I die. Estelle. I feel like this is an easy win because she's like naive and ignorant. So I could be like, hey, like do what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter. I'd win. Flynn. He's more trustworthy than or not trustworthy. I feel like I'd be able to get closer to Flynn than I would Yuri to like do dirty tactics and complete my win condition, but he's also a guy in armor, so he's like on the same level as Milhouse. So put him down below. Carol. Carol is like what? He's 14. He's like 5'1". He's slow as shit. There's nothing it can be with dirty tactics or without it. I'm kicking his ass. It's that simple. Repeat. That's a dog. It's so unfortunate. I wouldn't want to do this, like because Repeat's my goat. But I could defeat Repeat, even though he has a move that makes him invincible, and he has like animal instincts and a knife. But like all it takes is like one like sneak and it's done for. Like I could defeat Repeat, right? Uh, there's another animal, Corin. Corinne from Symphonia. Uh, I could defeat Corinne. They don't do anything but die anyway. So I mean, it's whatever. Um, Rita. She's one of the more mobile mages in the series. She can float. Um, she also wouldn't let anybody get near her. She has ranged attacks. So I feel like this is I die. Raven, he is the definition of don't go near this guy, or you can't go near this guy. He's mobile, he has magic, he'd probably let people come close to him, but it's also the fact that, like, even if I could, like, he'd react to that. Like, he's like the crouching tiger, hidden dragon, whatever that is trope. That's him. So I don't think I could defeat Raven, unfortunately. Judith, no, I cannot defeat Judith. She can like fly, She probably let me get close, but I don't know what dirty tactics I could use because she'd be like too aware. But that's what I'm saying, by the way, when I'm saying like they wouldn't let me get close. Like these are aware characters. Like my win condition, which is like the surprise attack, wouldn't work. So that's out the picture. Patty, you're a child. Easy win. Um, Zagi. Hell nah, I'm not fighting that guy. All the rest of his Vesperia characters definitely can't win against. Okay, Core Meteor. He's kind of like in the same boat as Stan, where he's like an idiot, where I can like sneak attack this guy. I don't know, probably do some like Soma reading, Spiria reading bullcrap. Like I can tell you're a bad guy, and I'd have to deal with that. But I feel like I could defeat him with dirty tactics. Kohaku. Um, it depends on when I have to fight her. If it's like early in the game, I kick her ass. But if it's like later in the game, she kicks my ass. So I put her in. I could win, but I die. He's sweet. This dude has range, and he'd be aware to a certain extent. So I feel like this could go either way. So I'm gonna put him, and I could possibly win. As a matter of fact, I'll put Kilhaku up there too. Same with Jay actually, because you're a child. You're a ninja, but you're a child. So I can just like give you one good punch, and it's done for. Ines, you're strong. I can't defeat you. You'd be aware. Beryl, you're not a child apparently, but you're also built like one, so you can be an easy win because you have to sit still. Well, actually, no, she has physical attacks, unlike a lot of the other mages. Or like we're in the era of Tails, where like mages are getting like physical. So like I don't know, I might be able to like dodge it, but that's a paintbrush. A paintbrush can't possibly hurt me, bro. So yeah, she can be where she's at. Kunzite, this dude is made out of metal. No, Chalcedony, he can fly. Where are we at? Gall, he's an old man, but he has like a will to live. He's not like a weak old man. Like I can't just like surprise attack him like that because he's also aware. So I'd say I die. Lithia, you're like, hmm, I don't know. Well, see, I'd win, but I'd die because Kunzite is around. So I feel like I could defeat her. It'd be really simple too. Inkaros, or he's just evil, so I wouldn't be able to do it. Definitely a hell no. Credo Graphites. I could defeat Creed, and there's a reason I could defeat Creed too. Let me explain this. So Creed, he's like insane, right? He wants to turn everybody's souls into like power for a Gardenia or whatever, right? But he would also like yap. Like he would yap. So I could just be like, hey, Creed Sama, before you kill me, please tell me why. Like who is Flora? This and that, get him to yap. And then while he's yapping, then I can hit him with the old shoulder bash because he'd be too engrossed in himself and arrogant and stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I could win with like dirty tactics. I could defeat that guy. These guys, I'm not gonna rank them. Hmm. We're at Asbel. Asbel, I feel like is too situationally aware. He's stupid, but he's situationally aware enough where I wouldn't be able to just sneak attack him. Sophie, you're a robot. You would just like tank that shit. Like you would just like, oh, you tried to elbow me in the neck. Oh, okay. Take this beast and just be done with, right? So that's what would happen there. Hubert, he dies to a harsh breeze whenever I play the game, so I'd put him in and I could win. Because whenever I play Graces and I'm not playing as Hubert, he just dies from one hit to everything. So uh I could defeat him if Literally anything else in that game could. Sharia. Kind of the same thing with Hubert. I mean, she has range, but they both have range. But okay, wait. Why did I put them up here? What in the world? So I put Sherry and Hubert in and I could win, but I die because they have range. So if I were to fight them, I would win. I could win, but like also it's hard to get close to these guys. Although because they have magic, so I'd have to like dodge. It'd be easier to dodge Sharia because she just throws knives at people, but Hubert has guns. Like you can't dodge guns. That's like hard to do, right? Richard, depending on the story, this is either part of the story I'm in. This is either a hell no, I die, or easy win. Like if I go in there right at the very end of the game when they're right at the end of the main story, I'm like, yeah, I'll kill you, and then like I win, right? But this is just base Richard. I think I die because he has a lot of like stuff and tools to make it so where like he also dies to a harsh breeze. That's the thing. Hmm. For now, we'll just put them in a no. I die. Pascal. Oh no, Malik. Malik. He has range, but I feel like he dies the most in the game. Like he would have to hit me with his moves, but like his move is like very linear. Like his like default attack, and he has to stand still to like cast magic. Like he's not like Rita where he can just float in the air for 20 minutes. So I feel like I could defeat him because his casts are pretty long for the most part, unless he casts them fast enough, in which case I die. But even then, like I could like predict it would happen. So I feel like this would be an easy win because he can stand still and dies anyway. I could defeat that. Pascal, it's the exact opposite of Malik because um all of her spells are mostly quick and also happen right next to her. So and she also has like armor whenever she casts something. So she would like do whatever the incantation is for I don't know pyrogenic ring, and I just die just like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like a snap. Okay, Immerud. Hell no. What dirty tactic could I even use? Let's think about this. Okay. No, because so she has like a barrier around her that like happens constantly, right? So there's nothing I can do about that unless like I have like a rock and I like throw it at her and she actually gets hit by it. But like my aim isn't like perfect, one, and then two, she has like 8 moves to just like summon darkness and like death like around you and beneath you and stuff. So worst case scenario, or best case scenario rather, is that I hit her and she gets stunned, and then I have to like knock her out before she can do anything. But that's the problem because like that barrier would just like come back. So I definitely wouldn't be able to defeat her anyway. I would die. But that's a hell no, because hell no, I'm not fighting that. Little Queen. I'd get jumped. I should make that be a tier. So put some of these characters in there. I'd get jumped. But yeah, no, she'd just kill me. That should also be a hell no. Matter of fact, yeah, because she'd be bloodlusted before I wouldn't be able to do with dirty tactics. So let's have her there. Jude, he's a martial artist, but I feel like he'd let me get close to him to where I could like attempt the dirty tactics. But he's also like has an amazing reaction time, so I feel like this would be a fight. Mila. Depending on where this happens in the story, I could easily defeat her. So I put her. I could easily defeat her. There are like 4 times in the story where I could just beat up Mila. You know what I'm saying? Alvin. Now he's more situationally aware than Jude. He has range. He has a strong build, I don't think any dirty tactics could work on him because he'd be like expecting that shit. So I don't know. I'll put I'd put him in an I die. Leia, easy win with dirty tactics. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Same thing with Elise because she's a child, but she can also like float though. That's the thing. So Elise can float and just avoid bullshit. Mila can as well, but see, I have a particular plan for Mila. For Elise, no, because I feel like she would mm. So I'll put this in a could possibly win for Elise. Rowan, that's the old guy. I mean, I feel like dirty tactics wouldn't work, but he has to stand still when he casts spells, and he mostly casts spells. So I could defeat him because he's an old guy. Just hit him with the shove, and his back would blow out, and he'd just be dead. Right? Luger, that's gonna be a I die. That's pretty self-explanatory. L, I'd win, but I'd die because Luger would be there. There's no point in the game where she's by herself where I can do that, right? So this is an easy win, but I would die doing it. Okay. Julius, I'm not beating this guy. Gaius, hell no. Have you guys seen? You guys, there's a clip. There's a part in Exilia where Gaius like cuts a guy in half from like 3 stories down. He has that much awareness. I don't know if I can deal with that. So actually, I put him in the hell no tier. Okay, Muse, immediate hell no. There's no dirty tactics wouldn't work because she's a spirit, so I don't even know if I could kill her like that. Mila again. She has more training probably than the other Mila, so I'll put her in a high die. Rado. All I need is an EMP and I can kill this guy. So yeah, dirty tactics. Victor, immediate hell no. Beasley, hell no. This guy is a boxer. Like, he has like goaded reaction time. He has projectiles. He has a attack stat of like 14k. So I don't even know if I could like hurt him. So that's a be an I die. That'd be an I die. Kronos. He hates humans, so he wouldn't even let me get close to him. So that'd be an I die if we fought. Ivor, easy win with dirty tactics because I'd have to let him kill himself somehow because he would do it. Agria, well, we're not going to do these guys. Tipo, though, I'd kill the hell out of Tipo. Who is next? The Zestiria cast, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played Zestiria. So, or I haven't played Zestiria to the maximum, right? So I know enough, but I haven't played the game, so I don't know the intricate details. Um, I rank Heldoff though, because I do know this. This guy, he's like evil, right? Like he just radiates evil. So if I'm like 2 feet away from this guy, then I just like die, right? Like I'd be like, oh my god, that's a Lord of Calamity, and I just turn into like a slime monster because that's how the power system works in Zesty, right? Same with Velvet, so we can immediately put Velvet in the same Hellnox here. Like he's more situationally aware than Hell than a lot of characters, but yeah, I can't even get close to her because I just turned evil because the malevolence. Laffy said that's a child, so easy win. No, actually, but that's Laffy said, so I could defeat him, but then I die after because he's in Toza Berseria. Velvet. Rokuro, he's too situationally aware. He has like a counter, so I try to get him and I just get countered and die, so I die. Aizen, uh, he would that wouldn't work either. I feel like a lot of the Berseria casts are like really aware of their surroundings, right? I keep scrolling down too far. Magi Lu, I feel like I could defeat Magilu because she's a spellcaster, but no, she has physical attacks too. So I die. Eleanor, my goat. Uh, I feel like I could win with dirty tactics because you're like a trusting, nice person, so I could defeat you. Um, Artorias, he's too committed to his goal. I can use the same dirty tactics of like, you should kill yourself now, and type stuff. Like I can't like do mental damage. Like he's too like mentally fortitude. He has too much of that, so I die. Right. Where is the rest of the cast? Oh, I'd kill Bienfu though. He'd die. Oh, I didn't grab him. Yeah, I'd super kill Bienfu. Why is it? Why does it keep not going where I want it to go? There we go. He died. Laffy said again. That's a child. He super duper die. And we're moving on to Arise, our penultimate game. Alfin, well, he wouldn't feel any pain, so he wouldn't even notice me like attacking him, which is like really dangerous. So I feel like I wouldn't be able to defeat him. So once again, accidentally, bro, what's going on with this? There we go. I wouldn't be able to defeat him. I'd die. Shion. See, I feel like she's not that tanky, but also if I touch her, I'd die. So even if I try to, like, I could win, but I die, like, actually. Um, Rinwell. See, I would put her up here because she's a squishy child mage character, but she's also very mobile. Um, and she can move while she casts magic. So, like, even if I were to like get her, like get in range to do my dirty like tactic stuff, she can just walk away while casting Meteor Storm or something, and I die. So that would be uh an easy I die. Law, this guy is kind of an idiot. He's just like his brethren, the stupid himbo protagonist. So I put him easy win with dirty tactics. Kisara, well, she has armor, and I don't think she would let anybody go behind her. She literally says that she doesn't want anybody to go behind her, so dirty tactics wouldn't work against her. So I'd say that's a I die. Dohalim, there's a specific point in the game where I could tell him use like dirty tactics, like hit him with the somebody like you deserves to be hitting the street with a moving bus, that type of stuff, and he'd be done for, right? So that's easy. Volron. Let's do Volron. Hell no. The guy, I don't even know what he does. Like that's the funny part. Like we know he's like the water lord or whatever, right? But he like mind controls people somehow. I don't know how he does that, but that's what he does. Um, I don't want anything to do with that one, so that'd be a no. Now let's look at this list before we move on. I think this is a pretty easy to understand list. You have a lot of the more trusting and like smaller, weaker characters up at top, and then you have the really diabolical, strong characters in the bottom, right? So there isn't much I would change about this list. I don't think, because most of the characters are like I'm not exaggerating. So actually, yeah, most of these characters I just couldn't defeat, honestly. But a lot of them I can defeat. Like if you look at the tiers above, it's a pretty even spread. But that's enough yap. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and have a wonderful day.